This video is to show you how to run descriptives and frequencies in SPSS. So once you have the file open and you're ready to begin to run your data, you must get over the fear of SPSS. There's only a few motions that you need to have. First off, you need to be able to get the data in SPSS from the LMS, titanium, whatever we're using as we move along, because this video is being made generically. Okay, so now your next step is, once it's in, you have two areas. You have the data view, and these are the numbers, this, and I'm going to toggle them so you see. So we have male, white, yes for scholarship, and then we flip it back, and then we had put in the numbers and had them match up. So, and then there's the variable view, and this is where we talk about age, gender, race, and then we tell these values over here, okay, are basically what it is. So SPSS can only read numbers because it's a statistical math program doing the math for you. We put in numbers that either are male or female, but we had to give it a number: 1 male, 2 female. Okay, so then once it knows, it does the math with the numbers, and then when it pumps it out, it will know how many males there were and how many females there were. So let's move on to your descriptives and frequencies homework. Descriptives tell us anything about something about a number. That's the key word, number. So if I was to do age like you have here, if I go back to the data view, you see their ages are a number, a physical number that means something. So 31, I'm 56. That's a number for me. I can't put it 56 and then equals 56. There's no value that goes with this. So if I go back to the variable view, it's going to say none in the variables box. Right there it says none, which means whatever number's in there is the number that counts. All the rest of these are your frequencies, anything that has to do with the number, and there's more than the number could mean multiple things in that question, kind of like a multiple choice question. Okay, so now we are here, we're back at the data view, and now we need to begin to run. 98% of the stuff you're going to do, you're going to go to analyze. Okay, and for this one, you're going to go to descriptive statistics, and then you're going to go to descriptives, and you're going to click this. Now this box comes up, and I'm going to make this box big so everybody can see it. We're looking for things with a number, and right now we're just going to go with, we're going to age, and you'll see here we have age over here, and then there's this little arrow that moves it across. You highlight and move it across, and then let's see, years playing is also there. Okay, on the descriptives and frequencies, I don't have to do anything else. There's these little options and style. We don't have to do anything else here. Now all we do is we hit OK, and you have just run your descriptives. Okay, so this is real important for you to understand how to do this. So it's analyze, analyze, descriptives, and then you hit descriptives, and you'll see that the box comes up. I can now leave that box there, and I can go right back to the top, and I can go back again to analyze, descriptive statistics, and then frequencies. Okay, now I'm gonna make this box big again. Now the ones that have the yes, no, and everything else other than the numbers, so I can hit rate. I'm gonna move race across. I'm gonna move scholarship, recruited, 4 years, and I'm gonna keep going till I'm all done. Okay, again, in this frequencies, now remember, the descriptives are telling us about our participants, so are the frequencies, but the frequencies are looking at sometimes questions that we asked about the participants. Okay, So then I hit OK. And now here are my frequencies, and you can see that they're different. You'll see here for the age, minimum, maximum, mean, and standard deviation. Over here, this box doesn't mean anything. It just tells you had 30 participants. So I can cut that box out, okay, and not worry about it anytime. You don't have to report that, okay? And then you'll see the frequencies. Okay, so you're dealing with the first two boxes, frequency and percent. So the 25 males, 5 females, and here are your percentages, okay? And then you keep go down. There were only white people in the, for race, okay, scholarship, okay? The total number is going to be 100. If you were to have missing values, let's say there was 30 people and only 29 answered, this percentage would change, and so would the valid percent, okay? And the reason being is that you're still working with the number 30, because that's your total participants, but you're only dealing with 29, so there would be one more line down here that says missing, and that last percent would be there, so you'd have little different numbers. We don't run into that, so you don't have to worry about it, but if it ever pops up in any class that you have to do statistics on SPSS, you'll know what it means, okay? This is basically your data for the week. So you can run it just like this so you understand it. Remember, it's analyze, this week descriptives. You're doing your descriptives and then your frequencies. When you report, I do not need the boxes. Do not put the boxes in there. I don't need these numbers. I already know these numbers. You're going to go to the write-up and write it up just as it is in there. So here is the disclaimer, okay? You are not to reinvent the wheel. You are to write them up exactly as I have them, other than the conclusions. The conclusions are worded differently. When it comes to the upper portion and the statistical writing, actual statistical writing of it, it's done just like I ask. If you try to reinvent the wheel, you're going to get a low grade. So please do that. And this is how you run descriptives and frequencies in SPSS.